noticed that Ralph said something interesting. It's everyone is focusing. Oh, they killed the gays. They killed the gay. No, they didn't. They killed 50 American citizens.
Absolutely. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
just
know,
because
it's
it's a
funny.
gay club too doesn't mean all the people in there were gay. I mean, here in my city, like one of the most popular clubs is like the gay club, like the big one where all the important gay people go. But I mean, you go there because it's a cool club with good music.
Well, like I thought that went without saying, but so, like I went to sleep earlier and it was 20 people killed, and I had no idea it was terrorism or whatever, Islamic terrorism. I wake up, it's 50, and a lot of these, I don't have anything against gay people, do whatever you want, but they're on Twitter talking about, oh, this isn't an attack on America, it's an attack on gay people, and trying to turn it into just a 100% gay thing, which it was an attack on gay people, but they were Americans also. It was still Islamic based terrorism. So I don't really see.
Yeah.
To me, it's
Well,
just baffling.
yeah, one way or the other, it's an act of terrorism on American soil, unfortunately by an American national, but nonetheless, it's an act of terrorism by a terrorist against Americans.
I understand it's the worst attack since 9/11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Or at least as far as a sole perpetrator.
they said it
And
was the worst mass shooting in American history for sure. So
I remember the 9/11 attacks. Watching it from my country. And I was impressed by President George Bush response. It made the nation feel together. It made like, okay, it's us against this problem, and we're going to beat it. And of course, you can argue that the rest, you may agree with what he did, the war in Iraq. You may argue, but at least the message that it sent to the populace, the message that made you feel better. And now I see this message that it's about the guns. And you know my stance on the guns, right? I had a discussion about this with you even yesterday. But
Yeah.
from what I understand, the guy was working as a security. He had the job in a security enforcement, right? And he had the gun legally.
Yeah, he was also
Um,
connected to the Department of Homeland Security, no less.
Yeah, you can do this in Romania as well, right? Or in France. If you have a job as a police officer or you have a job as someone working in private security, you will get a gun.
Yeah, you'll be given preferential treatment, as a matter of fact, in the places where it's harder for people in America to get guns. California,
Yeah,
New
but
York, New Jersey, etc.
exactly. And not only that, in France, guns are banned, and they also had a terrorist attack there.
Yeah, funny that.
Um, so it's interesting because you can have the discussion that, well, if you don't have guns, the police are going to be less brutal or whatnot, blah blah blah. But this has nothing to do with guns. This is about Islam. And I have this video here, which I wonder if any of you guys can put it on the screen because my microphone is a bit fucked. If you can't, I will do it. Where you have the actual priest from Orlando, and he is saying how killing gay people is an act of compassion.
I can
And
get the audio, but the
yeah,
my
I
video
just need
feed's so crappy.
I just need the audio, right? I don't
Oh yeah, sure,
exactly
I
need
can
it.
get that.
You seen the video, right, Ralph?
I haven't seen it, but I read what was in it. So I haven't watched the actual video yet. But I just saw this news right before we came on the air. So
Yeah, it is really fucked up, and I encourage people to spread this video around. I'm going to put a link to it. And every time you hear someone saying it's not Islam, you need to show them the video because this is from Orlando's mosque, right? It is right from over there. And I don't know if the guy actually
The
went to that
Husseini
mosque.
Islamic Center in Sanford, Florida. Sheikh Farouk Sakaleshfar. In
Yeah, hold on.
2013, this was made. And I have it queued up and ready whenever.
No, I have a more recent one, I think. Okay. Here we go. I gave it to you on the Twitter. So I'm also tweeting it out for people who follow me on Twitter to see it. This is a video you really need to share to people who are progressives and are denying the fact that Islam has anything to do with it. This is an imam inside an actual mosque. If you would say something like this in a Christian church and you would be the pastor, people would really just grab you and take you out and escort you to the police. It would be unacceptable in any other religion unless it's Islam.
Okay. Yeah, I've got this queued up. I can play the audio right now.
Yeah, please do so.
All right, here we go. I guess I'll narrate since it's in, I guess, Farsi or Arabic or something like that,
Is the sentence, amigo?
if necessary.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about this. Death is the sentence.
Here's a story you won't see anywhere else. A Muslim scholar says killing homosexuals is a compassionate thing to do. And he's just hours away from speaking at an Islamic center right here in Central Florida. Channel 9's Field Sutton's been trying to find out why the group invited him to Sanford.
Off camera, one of the people who is a member here told me that Sheikh Farouk Seskalishfar's speech last night on women's issues was well received and not particularly controversial, but we already know that many people in the Sanford area and around Central Florida are upset about what is coming tonight. Yeah, I'll ask him. Seminole County resident Alan Kornman told Eyewitness News he couldn't believe what a simple Google search turned up about the man speaking at this Islamic center tonight.
It's appalling. In fact, it's inciting violence against gays, and I find that reprehensible.
Dr. Farouk Seskalishfar lives in Iran, according to
I
his
don't know if I'm
online
gonna play the
bio, and
audio of
he's
this
been
thing.
condemning homosexuals since at least 2013.
Death is the sentence, amigo. There's nothing to be embarrassed about this. Death is the sentence.
He admits the Islamic death sentence applies in limited
Man, his
circumstances
voice is
and
really
is not
creepy when you
applicable
don't see
under
his
U.S.
face.
law.
It is,
Also
it
says
is.
The only way gays and lesbians can be forgiven is to die.
But we have to have that compassion for people. With homosexuals the same. Out of compassion, let's get rid of him now.
I asked Reverend Brian Fullwiler of the Interfaith Council of Central Florida what he thinks about Seskalishfar's rhetoric.
These issues around homosexuality.
This is actually a Christian person, right?
Yeah.
And decrying of it or denouncing of it by religion takes away often from our really important tasks of helping our community.
He told me he wishes congregations would focus on helping the poor, the homeless, and the abused instead of persecuting a group that can take care of itself. In Sanford, Field Sutton, Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Now,
So yeah, there we go.
I just can't fathom what the guy said to be something that would appear in a church, like, or on television. Imagine if a German person would say that it's compassionate to kill the gays.
Oh, well,
Uh,
a not newly German person, him.
Yeah, but think about it, right? This is a religious
Right.
person. He has a lot of authority. In my line of work, I seen pregnant women refusing to have an ultrasound because their priest said that it's not okay. People who believe in religion are going to do stupid shit if you tell them to, and this person is telling, well, it's compassionate to kill gay people.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Right.
At best, it's nonsense. To put it more correctly, I mean, this is you could call it genocidal rhetoric.
Well, just imagine how the leftist media would treat this if some, redneck pastor was on there talking about the Bible tells me that we need to kill gay people and that's the compassionate thing to do. I mean, you would never hear the end of that. It would be on every fucking Huffington Post article, BuzzFeed, everything.
Oh,
Hate speech.
absolutely. Yeah, you'd be dragged through the coals like a gauntlet of social media. Everyone would be against you.
Instead, I'd never even heard about this until today. I mean, I'm sure some people did cover it. Obviously, they did because they did that report, but I had never heard about it.
Well, this kind of thing just gets buried.
It's not something. It's not something new. In Europe, you get to hear these bullshit all the time if you go to any mosque. They do spew hatred towards pretty much everything that's not Islamic.
Well, and you have to remember, if you speak against Islam, you're racist against the race of Islam. Wait.
Yeah, I want to talk about that, right? Because
Yeah.
there are some issues that we need to address. Number one, the progressives are all about hate speech and it needs to be banned, right? So the reason I'm asking people to spread this video, I'm curious how many people will ask for these persons to be arrested or at least, not to be working at that mosque anymore.
Huh. The smallest portion I can imagine.
Inciting people to violence is a crime in most countries. I'm not sure about the legislation in the U.S., but
Oh no, here too.
yeah, when you actually tell people that you need to kill gay people out of compassion and then gay people get killed, especially in your town.
Yeah, he'll get away with that though because he just that's just his opinion. He didn't say go out and kill gay people. So like under U.S. law, that I don't think that would count as incitement.
I would
No,
at least like to see a trial. I would at least like to see that he gets, acquitted and is called innocent, right?
I don't know
But
if it
still,
could go to court, but it would be a fine thing to see.
I mean,
yeah.
I'd settle for the mainstream media just talking about it. I mean, today is the first time I've heard of it. So
Nah, no, but here's the thing which really annoys me, right? Um, Progressives really care about the media and what you see on television, and they're the ones asking for more diversity, more representation, right? More gay people on TV. And now you had like gay people kissing on TV, which caused this allegedly. The Muslim person went on and shot everyone because he saw some gay people kissing on TV, right? That's what he said.
that's what his dad put out. By the way, I want to say this real quick. His dad is a avowed supporter of the Taliban. By the way, so anything he says, I'm not really putting much stock into, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'll take
But
that with a
still,
1 pound grain of
it
salt.
is no. This is
I
why
mean,
I'm
obviously, he probably had something against gay people to go in there and pick that club out, but I don't know.
I'm not bringing this up because I'm against gay people kissing on TV or that I say I want it banned or anything like that, right? None of that nonsense. But when you draw Muhammad, you have progressives saying, "Oh, you can't do that. It's offensive. It's hate speech. It's blah 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 blah. It's offensive to Muslims, right?" And here you have a Muslim who is also saying it's offensive to see gay people kissed on TV. Why aren't the progressive, asking or talking about this shit? I'm not, part of their ideology. I don't really care what goes on television as long as it's entertainment. But these people are very concerned. So I would expect them to talk about, oh, we can't have gay people kissing on TV anymore because it's upsetting to Muslims. Either have that or at least say, well, you know what, Muslims should just be offended. We don't care. Gay people should kiss and you can draw Muhammad. Because you can't have both of them, you
No,
know? Either you don't draw Muhammad or you have gay people kissing. Both of these things are offensive to Muslims.
indeed. And honestly, you know what? They don't have the right here in the U.S. to not be offended. That's
Right.
buck up, grow up, Buttercup.
So, do you know what the gaming media started doing? With people from
Oh yeah, they're
Hollywood.
trying to tie this into games are the reason that this this asshole went out and shot a bunch of people up.
Violent video games. I
Yeah,
mean, honestly, are we back to the religious people now?
yeah. Good job, Jack Thompson.
Oh, I'm not even talking about Jack Thompson. I'm talking
Well,
about Fox News. I
It
remember.
sounds like him, but
yeah,
Yeah, no, I remember 15 years ago. There was this thing that every time there was like a school shooting or every time there was some violence involved, you would have Fox News going around and saying, "Oh, look, this is because of video games. We found video games in his bedroom and whatnot." Uh,
and
And
before
now
that,
it's the
D and
same
D.
shit.
Yeah,
It is unbelievable. How you'd expect to get away from religion, and it's the exact same rhetoric coming from atheists now. Because
no,
all of the all of
absolutely.
the people writing our Polygon are atheists. So it just blows my mind to see them. Okay, so let me show you some things because I have a collection of things before we go into Reddit censorship. By the way, they censored the everything that has to do with Orlando. They just deleted comment after comment, and there was even comments from people wanting to give information on how you can donate blood. If you're concerned about what happened, they deleted that as well.
Reddit is a lost cause.
I just don't understand how they rationalize it, right? So I'm going to try to share my screen. Hopefully, you guys can see it. I have here a list of tweets and things that I collected so we can watch. The funny thing is, one of the accounts is already banned, um,
Hmm.
which is really interesting because this is the account that I got the video that I'm telling you people to share around. So seeing this account banned is a little bit concerning.
Yeah, no
Um,
doubt.
that account's been around for a minute, hasn't it?
yeah, I don't know. It's but as you can see, it's
It's
not.
been, yeah.
So domestic terrorism targeted hate violence because of you. Hashtag never Trump. Now this was before we knew the name of the person doing this.
Right, when
Um,
it was a white Christian.
yeah, when it was a white Christian, exactly. This is what happens when your nominees promote a culture of white nationalism, racism, bigotry, and violence. Orlando is the result. So because of white nationalism, this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But honestly, like these people, I wouldn't even fathom a Christian in 2016 in America just shooting up gay people. If you told me that this would happen 10 years before, then yeah, I would have seen it. But judging the strong grip atheism has on society, I just don't see a Christian just randomly going and shooting people.
I mean, there are definitely some Christian, motivated killers and stuff, but it's a lot more rare, and that's not the problem that we're dealing with. I've seen several articles trying to blame it on Christianity too. It's mind-boggling how they're trying to spin this today in any way possible, except for the obvious.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, a great example is what happened with the that guy in what was it, Denver, that shot up the Planned Parenthood place. Deeply Christian, horrendously disturbed individual. I mean, it's one thing when it's like white people. It's generally people that are deeply disturbed and badly damaged. But then, well, okay, white people, black people, and Asians generally. But then when we look at other demographics, we find that it's a little different. Anyway, please continue.
no, I agree with you. Like, here's the thing: why I don't think this is the case of one crazy gunman, right?
Right.
Um, well, even though, okay, there is some discussion here. Like when you have defense attacks, you have like a group of people that are doing the logistics, smuggling the guns in the country, training the people, charting up the place. And this is like the same with 9/11. You have like a massive organization supporting these people. While in this case, it's just one guy with a gun. So like the level of terrorism is a bit different, I would say in this case, because you don't have the logistics involved. You don't have like the group of people. But unlike when you have a crazy gunman that he spews absolute nonsense and he is detached from the real world. This guy, from what we can see, he got the guns legally. So he went through the psychological evaluation.
Well,
Um,
well, actually,
yeah.
no such thing here.
Mm. Well, in Orlando.
No.
No, he's saying you don't have to have a psychological evaluation to get a gun.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah.
would have had like
Some people want you to have one, but no, you don't have to have one here.
yeah, no, if he got his stuff in Florida or I think it might have been another state, it's not he didn't get it in one of the unfree states. He got it in a place where guns are fairly easily acquired.
Well, I know in South Carolina, I lived there for a while, and pretty much you could just walk in and buy a gun very easily, and as long as you didn't have like a big felony on your record or something like that,
Yeah, no
it was
felonies, no
it was
domestic
very easy to get
abuse.
a gun. And then if you were buying it at a gun show, uh, there's even less background type stuff. So
Right, but then things have changed now, and people at
yeah, it's a little bit
gun
tighter
shows are a
now,
lot
but
they're a lot more on their game. And I mean, I sold one of my pistols to somebody, and I was really insistent on a bill of sale.
No,
well, I
but
would
but
be too.
what I want to say is that believing in religion and in crazy mumbo jumbo doesn't make you insane.
No, no, not
Um,
inherently.
yeah, because the definition of insanity, at least from the psychiatric medical point of view, because I just finished the module of psychiatrics. Uh, Religion doesn't count. Like as long as you are in the beliefs that everyone else is, and when I say everyone else, I even include the radicals. So if you join, let's say, Christianity, and you actually believe that Jesus was indeed walking the earth and he was indeed the person who resurrected, and he listens to your prayers, and you believe that, let's say, today is good weather outside because you pray to Jesus, that's not making you an insane person, according uh, to psychiatrics. Mental illness is when you're completely detached to reality. You think maybe that you're the savior, you're a messiah, You're someone who has superpowers, or you have a mission from God. Because now you are detached. Now you believe in things that normally aren't believed by the religion. And when it comes to Islam, you have a lot of Islamists who are the majority who do believe that gay people should be killed. I mean, you have the preacher that does say that it's a compassion to kill gay people, and it's your mission from God to kill gay people.
Yeah, that's atrocious.
So yeah, I think that this guy is being more of indoctrinated into the religion rather than being just a case of a crazy person.
I would agree.
Then again, that's just my assessment, right? I'm not. I don't know the guy. I haven't spoken with him to realize if he's crazy or not.
I mean, I agree with you. I don't think it's like clear insanity, but then again, anybody that goes and shoots up 50 people obviously has some type of dangerous, detachment from regular life. But he was using religion to justify it from everything
Well,
we've been able to.
let me give you an example. The Finland sniper in World War II who killed, I believe, how many Russians?
Oh,
Was
Oh yeah, I know you're talking
Simohaya,
about.
I think. I can't
Yeah.
remember the numbers, but yeah, like astounding numbers.
Yeah, he wasn't a crazy person. After the war, he went back into society and behaved like a normal person.
Well, there's a difference between saying I'm going to the club to kill all these people because they're aliens and they want to abduct me to their home planet, and then saying I'm going to the club to kill all these gay people because they're, uh, violation of Islam. I mean, those are two different things. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, see, if I would see a Christian person going around and let's say in our modern time, going around and killing a bunch of Muslims, I would call him crazy because Christianity in churches does not encourage you to do that. But if I would see a Christian in the Middle Ages doing that, I wouldn't call him crazy because religion back then, Christianity back then, was okay with that. It was
Yeah.
promoting.
I mean, not that it's okay or anything, but yeah,
No,
I mean,
I'm
it's
not
like
talking
burning
about the
people
okay.
was
I'm
normal.
just
Well, it's just a
yeah,
product of his environment.
yeah. I'm talking if it's like normal for society to do it or not. For the people under that religion, I mean.
Oh yeah.
Right. But let me show you something else. So, fuck your thoughts and prayers. We need to take the tools for mass murder out of people's hands. Now, the guy also had a bomb, so even if he didn't have a gun, he could still blow people up.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Probably not as efficiently, but still.
Ahem,
Man,
Boston. Ahem, Marathon.
I really hate the fact that the Muslims figured out that it's more effective to shoot people rather than blow yourself up. No, I'm serious. Like when you blow yourself up, the people around you, the ones that surround you, are going to act like a shield and protect the other people that are further away.
I suppose.
When you shoot people, yeah, when you just start gunning people down, that's not the problem anymore.
Plus, it looks like this guy had some training with guns. Obviously, he was a security guard. He might have had a lot of range time with this weapon. I mean, he killed 50 people. Your every everyday person that has no experience with guns and just goes down there and starts shooting is probably not going to get that many.
I
So I
mean,
think this guy.
look at Sandy Hook. You have
Ugh.
a legit crazy dude in a public school, and he wasn't able to kill as many people. I mean, not to make light of any of this, but you got a guy with an AR in a public school that can't get kill numbers like this, and he was legit crazy.
Yeah,
So
but the thing
so
is,
well, it ties back into the aspect of religion. I mean, this guy was cold and calculated, a murdering assassin, a cold-blooded killing son of a bitch.
yeah, someone is saying that if I think that all Muslims can't be crazy, and there was actually this Russian Muslim woman who beheaded the head
Ugh.
of a child,
Oh
of a
yeah,
little
she was
girl.
walking around like by the subway with that shit.
Yeah, and I was like, if she could make it to hover and be like a pumpkin, that would have been cooler, to just have the head like this and make it hover. Um, I shouldn't joke about that because that's in Russia and it's closer to me, so it's not as funny. But what I wanted to say, that woman was crazy. That woman thought that she hears voices from Allah, that Allah is talking into her head. Um, so yeah, that is the case of a crazy person.
Indeed.
while
Well, that's actually a
someone
great
who
example.
yeah, someone who is recruited by an organization, and he feels that he has no ties um, with America, and he has more ties with ISIS. Then I see him more like a soldier for ISIS rather than a crazy gunman.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're looking at someone that's a terrorist.
And anyone who thinks this guy is crazy, my question is, if he would have been able to walk free, like the police would have arrested him, pinned him down, do you think he should have gone into a mental asylum or he should have gone to prison? Because if you think he wasn't crazy, then clearly, sorry, if you think he was crazy, then clearly you think he should have gone to prison. And you think that after, well, it's like 4 a.m., so it's hard for me to find words. If you think that he was crazy, he should have gone to an asylum and be treated for his craziness. Um, so yeah, for me that makes no sense because you need to believe that after he was cured, he could go back into society.
Yeah, no, this is what's the word I'm looking for? It's emblematic of a person that's built into a system that is made to destroy.
Yeah, I don't think he's crazy. I think, anybody that does something like that, you could say, just in general, oh, that person is, even crazy to take it that far. But in terms of like, textbook insanity or anything like that, no, I don't think so. It was more of a politically motivated,
I mean,
religiously motivated thing.
yeah, absolutely. It's this figure of speech. It's like, well, he's a sociopath, right? But that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily make him clinically insane. That's
Right.
my
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
like he is aware of what he is doing, basically.
Certainly.
Um, what did I want to say? You know what I hate about America? That you people kill with like you have the electric chair and you have like death sentences for this shit. Um, I want this person to suffer if he was captured alive. I would want him to spend the entire life behind bars and never see the outside again. To know that this is the rest of his life. He needs to stay behind bars. If you kill him, I think that's too easy.
Oh well, me personally, you're preaching to the choir because I'm actually anti-death penalty, and that's one of the main reasons why. Because it's a lot worse to spend life in prison, in my opinion, than it is to just be killed.
Yeah, man. If you kill them, that's the easy way out. You should hold them entire life in prison. If you held them in prison for like 20 or 30 years and then kill them, that's fine. I think they get it easily, especially when the death row is separated from the rest of the prison, as I understand.
Yeah, it is.
So he's not even going to be able to enjoy getting beaten by other people. That's a displeasure that you're
Well, but
causing him.
you can take comfort in the fact that the people on death row who have nothing to lose will make such a person's life a true and living hell.
I think you get used to it, honestly. I mean, you have people who are diagnosed with cancer, and they know they will die eventually, and they make peace with that.
All
And
right.
even if it takes like 20 years, he's not in general pop. He doesn't get beaten.
Well, no, that's the thing. He's going to be in like death row population of people with no hope. He's going to get beaten horrendously. He might not make it to his sentence. You could say.
So people on death row beat other people to death. Like, is this a thing? Because I heard the opposite. Like, I read a study.
Yeah, I think they're pretty well protected on death row, to be honest. Now,
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
yeah.
The study that I heard is that people on death row are the ones that are the most.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they're
ones that are
separated.
behaving the most.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of lifers. My bad.
Um, V, you stupid gypsy nigger, you do not understand America, so shut the fuck up. Like, what is there to understand? If you honestly think killing someone isn't giving them the easy way out, that's your belief. I honestly want to see these people punished as much as possible. Right. So look what you have here. If you're a politician and your policy and voting record is pro-gun and anti-gay, your thoughts and prayers don't mean shit. Also, fuck you. Very, very tolerant and diverse individual.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least they're they're Trump supporter because he's pro-gay and all that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but he's pro-gun as well, so
50-50.
he still wants to fuck Trump. If you're a politician who voted anti-gay or pro-gun, so he's talking about Hillary, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, she was anti-gay, right? She was anti-gay marriage. I don't
Yeah.
know about her
Well, she was
stances on
before
gun.
she was against it, or she was against it before she was for it, or something like that.
No, she actually passed like a legislation against gay marriage.
Oh yeah, no,
When
she signed off on like the I can't remember
Well,
what
her
state it was in.
husband signed the Defense of Marriage Act
Yes.
in like 1996, I think.
Yeah, she totally endorsed that shit.
Yeah, she endorsed that, and she was for civil unions, not gay marriage, all the way until 2013. So.
Yeah, so I don't know her stances on guns. Probably anti, right? Because now she's.
Oh no, she hasn't really wavered on that one.
Mm. So he's talking
No,
about
she's
Hillary
just gotten
Clinton,
more
right?
more deep down the rabbit hole with that. She's gone from, well, the Second Amendment is a thing that actually exists and protects your rights, to, I'm not entirely certain I can defend the Second Amendment as stated. That's not
Right.
her exact words, but I mean, she would specifically not endorse it as the right to keep and bear arms. So.
So apparently, this guy wants to fuck anyone who is pro-gun and anti-gay. Fuck your thoughts and prayers. Again, very tolerant, understanding individual, much compassion, such well. But we can go on to the more interesting stuff because I have a lot of shit saved here. It's like all day I was watching this and I was unable to believe. Phoenix LGBT, we wanted you to be the first to know after this horrific attack. We're officially endorsing Trump. Enough is enough.
Yay.
The thing is, I can't find this account. So I don't know if the Twitter banned it or not.
Oh, let me see. I actually retweeted that earlier. Let me do
So
a
it's
search to
possibly,
Phoenix.
it may be a made-up thing. It may be a sort of photoshopped shit. Or
Oh no,
Twitter.
it's still in my timeline. Let me see if I can get it loaded here. And yeah, it's up. Hold on, I'll DM you the thing.
Yeah, I wanna see what responses they got because these people are usually rabid when they see any dissent in their line. So, yeah, I'm an atheist, by the way. People are asking in the chat. I'm an atheist, and I used to be a Christian. But I'm not a militant atheist. If you keep to your religion and you don't bother me with it, that's your problem. I don't try to change the world.
Yeah, that's pretty much me right there. Like, I don't get off on like trolling believers and stuff like that. I know some people think it's funny, but
Can you guys see my window right now?
Yeah. I can.
So I would like to see how CNN explains this shit. I'm transgender and I've been endorsing Trump for months. Twitter did shut it down. Twitter actually banned.
So they built
Yeah,
a second one. No shit.
Twitter banned them because they are an LGBT organization and they're endorsing Trump. Oh my god, this is just I can't believe it. How Hillary wants more of these terrorists, blah 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 blah. Don't be stupid. She doesn't want terrorists. Oh, I'm glad that Hillary is on with the power of the crystal ball and she can see terrorists. That boogie boogie boogie, and she's able to. Terrible decision. I like how they never explain why it's a terrible decision. They just leave it like an ambiguous thing, like to be continued.
Impending doom. What doom? It's impending. Yeah.
It is. Importing ISIS sleeper cells. It's like a lot of people are saying it's like, well, but this guy, he was an American citizen, and it's like, yeah, and you want his ISIS friends to come over because apparently he had connections with them.
Yeah, he called 911 before he got his whole. No, or was it during the whole thing? He called 911
I think it was
at some
right
point.
Before is what I read.
Yeah.
And I was laughing because somebody made a comment in this chat I was in and said he had to make sure and get his call in and declare allegiance to ISIS, because if he didn't, the mainstream media would find all kinds of ways to not blame this on Islamic terrorism. So he had to make sure to get his call in first.
That is.
I like this thing someone posted like where homosexuality is illegal, and you can see how many Christian states filled with
Mm,
white people.
yeah.
The thing is, oh, Russia is not illegal anymore. I thought they passed legislation that you can't talk
Mm,
about it.
no,
Uh,
you. Well, yeah, you pretty much can't propagandize or whatever, and
yeah,
I think it's pretty draconian, but it's not illegal, so it's
Right.
better than some places.
It's like homosexual propaganda is outlawed, but I think
Which
homosexuality.
that's like almost any Western media,
Yeah, that's true.
but I mean
see,
that being said, yeah,
the thing with Trump, because a lot of people are pointing out, I don't think he's going to ban all Muslims, because I don't think he even can, like make sure, because how can you screen like if someone is a Muslim or not? You can just say I'm a Christian. Like,
yeah.
what
Well,
are you going to do? Make a pork sandwich? I'm allergic to pork.
Well,
You know,
literally, the way they were gonna screen him was they asked him, and he said, "Well, we're just gonna ask him if they're Muslim or not." And
that's
like,
retarded. Of
yeah,
course,
anybody can just lie.
but what he can make, he can make stricter regulations on the border, and I can see that happening. It's like fingerprinting people, seeing if they have a criminal record.
yeah,
Um,
Interpol does exist.
yeah, and for instance, I don't know how they do it in America, but in the European Union, they try to move away from that. Like just allow massive amount of people in, don't care if they have a passport or not, and just give them asylum.
It does make things easier for the ones that want power when you can take it away from the middle class and anyone with any sort of national pride.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other test would be like salam alaikum, and if they respond alaikum assalam, you're like back to Syria, back,
Right?
and
Okay.
if you go salam alaikum and they're like what, excuse me, how do you do? Welcome to America, welcome to America. I think this might be the way to fix it, or make them spit on the Quran or something like that.
Yeah.
There was actually a Swedish case. Don't know if you guys saw it. There was this Muslim who came into Sweden and he converted to Christianity. So they wanted to deport him because it's like he's no good use to them if he's not a Muslim, right?
I hadn't heard this.
And,
This is ridiculous and perfectly par
yeah,
for Sweden.
yeah. And he goes to the commission and says like, look, you can't deport me. I renounced my religion, and if I'm going to go back to my country, they will kill me. And they're like, well, there's no way you can prove to us that you renounced your religion. So he makes a YouTube video where he spits on the Quran and then sets fire to it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's ballsy.
Okay, so we now see full Macintosh, which is Jonathan McIntosh, the other person writing for an investment.
Oh, his little tirade. Yeah, he's a real piece of work.
I was going to live tweet E3 press events today, but I just don't think I can stomach the way the video game industry fetishizes gun culture. Oh no, please, Macintosh, please don't do this to me. I need you to be at E3 to give me the hot news on the issues, because no one else can.
Who else is going to measure shirts and skirts and make sure that they cover enough knee?
I'm laughing here, but like some people actually died, and this guy is trying to profit it and further his agenda. I can even get the anti-gun people because they're scared, and they think that this is the solution, so they're moronic. This person isn't scared. This person is just using the whole issue in order to further his political agenda.
He is a braying ass.
I Jesus Christ, and people are looking up to him. We need to have a serious discussion about how video games that fetishize guns and glorify gun violence end up contributing to gun culture.
Yeah, well, at least he's right with his use of words and not, choosing gun violence because he is technically right. These things do contribute to gun culture, and they want to kill the culture so that individuals will not be interested in the rights attached thereto.
I don't think that video games are responsible for gun culture because I think guns existed before video games.
Well, no, but they've like things like Battlefield and Call of Duty. They really have advanced gun culture here in the States. There's a lot more people that are interested in guns now than were, like young people, millennials too. The ones that are
they
worth a
pay
shit.
him
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
it's like which came first, the chicken or the egg? Because art is a reflection of the culture usually that's already existed. So, I mean, they both reinforce each other. At least
You
in my
had books. You had books of World War, right?
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
tales of heroics are always, going to be a thing,
movies.
and
Think of
that's
all the
involving
war
weapons.
movies and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
you had westerns.
yeah. Exciting stories have combat, and combat has weapons, and it's just the way of
Yeah,
Yeah,
things.
and comic books. You had the World War. I mean, I really don't think that video games are the reason for gun culture. But he goes on and he says,
No,
"Do games make people killers?"
no, Jesus.
No. The real question is, how do games that fetishize gun contribute to gun culture? And again, it's like, why is the gun culture a problem? In this case, it's not.
Well,
I
why
just
don't
don't
we
see it
just
that way.
replace that with car culture? Why does
Oh, Obama
the
actually,
crew grab? Well, and
Obama has,
cars are a good. Cars are good. Well. Let's go on to cars for just a quick second, because cars kill more people worldwide than guns, counting war zones. Cars kill more people, and they're meant to be a tool to make life easier for everyone everywhere in the world. A tool to make your life easier is better at killing people than a tool meant for killing people. I mean, let that process for
you
a
know what
second.
Obama said? You know what Obama said about that?
Ugh, what?
That when he was a young lad, there were a lot of car deaths, and then through regulations and forcing people to wear the seatbelt and making sure police shoot you if you are a bit itchy in the car. Um, there are less car deaths now, so he wants to do the same with guns, more regulations to, yeah.
Oh, that reminds
And
me. I heard Hillary wants to push the speed limit back to 55 nationwide. No shit.
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, it came out somewhere. She had mentioned it to somebody. I mean, God, can a person be more square?
Yeah, I'm
video
good on
games
that.
are haram. You know, you two are from America, so I want to ask a question. Like for me, from Eastern Europe, when I watch YouTube and I see an American being an absolute cock to a police, I'm wondering what goes on into that person's brain. I mean, I see people on YouTube, especially black people, usually. Not to be racist, but this is from my personal experience, right? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of white people doing that. And they're like, "Why are you stopping me? Why are you restraining me? I don't have to show you this. I don't have to be this. I don't have to blah blah blah." And they get arrested, and I'm like, is it their lively purpose? Like, did they wake up one day and it's like, I'm going to piss off a police officer today?
Well, it's largely based on a sense of entitlement, in my opinion. Whenever I have dealings with cops, I'm nice as can be. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get arrested.
I mean, it depends, dude. I've been a dick to plenty of cops, and it's almost always because they were a dick to me first. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, hey, they're a cop, don't
Yeah,
get
you know
smart
what?
with it." And there is some truth to that because I've caused myself a lot of problems by being an
Yeah.
asshole to police.
See,
It
I
almost
can't
never
afford that
works
because
out.
I've always got a gun.
Yeah, it never works out for you really, but sometimes you just can't help it. And I think in America, we're always, from a very small age, talking about you don't have the right to do this, my constitutional right, and this and that. And sometimes people are wrong when they quote their constitutional rights, but it is a sense of entitlement. It's like, what's this fucking cop trying to, violate my rights? So.
Well,
No, like
yeah.
as a person who finished law, I can understand you, right? And I know that cops can abuse and do abuse their power, but
Oh,
the
sure.
way to handle this, right, is to be nice, to record, if possible, the encounter.
Yeah.
And if the cop did something to abuse you, the battle is not with the cop there. You take the battle to the courtrooms, and then the
That's
cop
exactly.
doesn't have the power.
That's
And
true.
after that, you can easily sue him. You can get damages for what he did to you and whatnot.
Well,
If
you
you
can
just
attempt
battle
to.
yeah, if you battle the cop right there and you start arguing with him, he can arrest you. He can take you to jail, even if it's an abuse of rights. Maybe you win, but after you win, it's like you spend the night in jail. And probably even more. You probably get tased. You probably get shot as you guys are afraid.
Oh
But you're
yeah,
almost
it's
always
gonna
gonna
cost
lose,
you.
dude. Yeah, no, like you said, and the more you keep it together, and the less dumb shit you do, the more your lawyer's gonna be able to do later on. If you act a fool and they have you on record doing all this shit, you're gonna end up fucking yourself over. So
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But anyway, let's go back to the news because I have here I think something that's even more interesting. This is from Reddit, right? So this is a moderator, a Reddit moderator, telling a user to kill themselves.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, it's like going through a suspicious specialist post. This person is acting like a child. Why have they been given the responsibility of moderating a large subreddit? This is an actually very large subreddit, by the way. And the moderator just goes like, kill yourself. How can you be a fucking moderator when you're telling people to kill themselves? Notice that if you tell people to kill themselves, this is a death threat, according to Reddit.
Unless you're very large and have blue hair.
Yeah, unless you're a moderator. This is from the Ralph report. This is Brianna Wu, which is just batshit insane. Okay, this is a person who is literally insane without having guns. Orlando anti-LGBT terrorist used an AR-15. The only scenario where civilian needs an assault weapon involves ninjas and an ancient curse. How can she make light of this subject? I can make light of this subject because I don't fucking care and I'm half the world away. She pretends to care, right? She's part of the LGBT. If I was part of the T in LGBT and I would be living in America, I would be scared shitless right now.
Yeah.
And this person is like, oh.
Hmm? You there? Oh shit. My internet died. Fuck.
And assault weapons, and the bodies aren't even cold yet. I think you can go to the hospital and touch them, and some of them might still be warm. I'm just I, I have no words. Usually I can come up with an insult on the spot. This time I just can't. And she is an LGBT activist. She makes around $3,000 on Patreon, if I'm not mistaken, to make feminist activism.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's find out. Patreon, Brianna, right? Because maybe
the Godzilla of feminism.
Godzilla
Right.
of feminism. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, the voice of female game development in the United States.
Oh, she makes
Oh,
2,000.
wow. That is a lot lower than it used to be.
It used to be 13,000, if I'm not mistaken.
Teehee.
Yeah.
Just desserts. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Look. Is she losing money? Important, extremely serious death threat. So all the death threats until now were just meh, but this one is extremely serious. This is the death threat of death threats.
Oh shit!
I
I'll
think
bet
that
a
was
lot
the
of this
James
went
Gunn
down
thing.
from when that sci-fi thing went through, and people got to see what an absolutely hysterical, histrionic mess Brianna actually is.
God, that thing was so funny.
I did not see that. Right.
Oh, you got to.
Oh, cringe
it's not
fest.
that long. It's only like 13 minutes long with all the commercials cut out. So
I'll have to watch it. But my point is, even if you believe that guns are the reason to this, and they're not, it's Islam. Plot. Spoiler alert: it's Islam.
Yeah.
I just, I just don't understand how you can make such light of the subject. Like you're the person that's going to be gunned down, bitch, not me. I don't live in America. I think the fact that I chopped my penis during my schnitzel and now I look like a little girl.
Well.
V, are you there?
Oh.
The dead air.
Oh no! This is so bad for the viewership.
Well, the stream's still going on, so he'll certainly have to pop in here in a sec.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I got to get ready for work because.
Are you leaving me on air with 300 people by myself? There it goes. There he goes. Let's see if this works.
Sorry, I got cut off. Right. So
Right.
as I was saying, I just don't understand why she's making light of this. I mean, she's the one being targeted, not me. I'm in Romania. She's in fucking America. That's filled with Muslims who hate her life choices, that she took her wonderful penis and turned it into a German schnitzel, decided to throw it out and castrate herself to try to look like a man and still failed after all that cash. So I don't understand why she's making light of the issue like that.
Yeah, it's all super serious business, and nobody else is going to joke about it unless it's Brianna Wu trying to make a sick burn on Twitter.
Yeah, this is the thing. If I would be on Twitter and I would say something like that about the Orlando thing, um, it's some voodoo and ninjas and whatnot. They would think that this is hate speech, right? And people would flag my account.
Yeah.
If she does it, it's fine because, well, she's a feminist and she understands it better. And she has compassion. She's a person. She has emotion. She has feelings. Fuck, do I understand? So these are the banned comments on Reddit. These are only a few of them. There's more. But these are the ones that Kotaku in Action managed to save. So all of these comments are people trying to discuss what happened on Reddit news. And as you can see, this isn't a lot of them. This is just only a part of them.
Oh, we're back on your camera, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I see the comments? Right?
No, we're on your camera feed, not on your.
Oh, you're on my camera feed. Okay, hold on. I'll fix it in a bit. But I just don't understand why anyone would still read Reddit for news after this. Okay,
no, it's
so
quite clear.
here we
But
go, right?
yeah, we got you now.
Yeah, these are just a few of them. There's obviously more. All of them were banned. Every single one of them. And they're just screenshotted for posterity read.
Why does this sound familiar to me?
Reddit banning things? What?
And
So
they
let's
don't even
see
have Chairman
what they
Powell
have.
anymore.
Yeah, let's see what people were saying that is worthy of being banned, right? Whomever the mods are of this sub need to be replaced. Obviously, this needs to be done. We can't have this going around, right? Only comments breaking our rules are being deleted. If you think it's more productive to cry about censorship than it is to discuss this horrifying event, we suggest you try another subreddit. I saw a post asking if a list of injured was released since she had not heard from her friend and was at the club. 50 lives lost in the worst shooting in US history, and you guys decide to try to hide it under a blanket. Congrats, you guys are scumbags. And again, so this guy actually asked someone, a friend, if he has seen an internet body, since the accident, because the person lives in Orlando, and the mods decided to ban that. Everyone that said unsub got banned. We don't want to know that people are unsubbing. That's just, it's bad for business. But my favorite one is like, there was a comment saying this comment is deleted and it got banned. Oh, this one right here. Like, look at this one got banned.
Just here to say fuck you, bye.
So let's read what the news are saying about the Orlando thing. Should I read from the Guardian?
Yes, I think that would be entertaining.
Act of
This
terror.
people
Huh.
Okay, before I read this, are we going to hear Islam in this article?
They have to at least mention it, right?
Okay, let's see.
Let's see.
Law enforcement officials said Martin used a semi-automatic style assault rifle. So the focus is on the gun immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Same one that Adam Lanza uses. Yes. Oh, wait. I'm not saying Muslim. I'm not saying Islam. I'm not saying radical. And I'm not even seeing terror in that.
Now
either.
this looks like a live blog type post, so maybe it's somewhere down further.
No, it's like suspect Omar shot, not dead, was known to the FBI.
It's definitely not in the headline. Yeah.
The mass slaughter at an LGBT nightclub in Orlando was performed by a man known for years, but whose connection to terrorism were found to be insubstantial. So they don't even give like the name in the article, only in the title. But it's like in the article, it's like by a man, a white Christian man, known for years to federal law enforcement, but whose connection to terrorism were found to be insubstantial,
Mm-hmm.
highlighting a vexing problem for counterterrorism investigators and privacy advocates. U.S. official, former FBI agents, and counterterrorism experts say that the FBI restrains a significant data on people it interviews, even after if they determine if they do not pose a security threat. See, this is a bit creepy at this point. So, if you go to the FBI, if they think that you're a terrorist threat, and it turns out you aren't, they still keep data on you. That's a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the FBI. I don't really think they destroy much of
I
anything.
know, but
No.
Let's face it. It sounds like the FBI kind of blew it on this one.
okay, so they didn't say Muslim up till now,
Well,
right?
again, that is to say, since they blew it on the San Bernardino shooting too, since they had.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time. I agree. I mean, not to put all the blame on the FBI. Of course, they can't stop everything, but.
No, I'm not blaming the FBI in this case.
No, I was saying that for myself, but it's just a bad look.
Right, but listen to this, right? So, U.S. official for years warned that the so-called lone wolf terrorists, unconnected to established and monitored extremist groups, are notoriously difficult to identify. Wow, no shit. Except this one wasn't a lone wolf. He actually, ISIS actually took credit for this shit.
Yeah.
So it's not a lone wolf. And from what I understand, The Guardian, Pulitzer winner of 2015, um, the FBI actually said that he was part of, that they were suspecting of him being with the terrorist organization. But nothing about him being a Muslim. So the U.S. official, particularly from the FBI, called Orlando massacre an act of terror, but emphasized that an investigation was just beginning and did not issue definite statements about Mateen's motive. His father told NBC News that he was incensed after seeing two men kiss, and that his slaughter was not religiously motivated. Oh well, if his father said so, well, I think he read Mein Kampf from Hitler, and that's why he killed the faggots.
Yeah.
Again,
Sure.
they have his father on tape, not just a few months ago, saying that he supports the Taliban and they're great, and so yeah.
Aren't those the same guys that throw gays off of roofs and stuff, and then stone them
Yeah.
when they hit the ground?
Well, not only that, they're killing. They've killed a lot of Americans. So yeah, it's bad.
But reportedly, Mateen called 911 ahead of the attack and declared fealty to the Islamic State. So I like how it's like, by the way, he was a Muslim. But the guns are the gun culture. Look at the weapon he used. Look at this shit. Wow, look at it. It's killing people. By itself, sitting here, it's going to kill people.
It will, actually. They will get up and just go out and start killing. And kill and kill and kill. Yeah. Right. No, actually, I've left my guns out on numerous occasions. I have yet to have them even so much as move. Much less get out and kill anybody.
So let's read from a proper news source, because the Guardian is just shit.
Okay, well, I actually have to get out of here because I do have to get ready for work. I have to jet, so I'm going to let you guys finish out here. Absolutely.
Yeah,
anytime. And
Have a good one. Don't leave your guns unattended. They might get up and kill somebody.
they haven't so far. I'm actually kind of. Oh wait, I have teddy bears, so they're probably like balanced out. Because when you leave teddy bears, they come to life and protect your stuff. So.
I might try to get Black Pigeon speak.
Ah, that'd be awesome. Well, anyway, fellas, you have a nice evening. I want to go and take a shower and get ready for work. Toodles.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.